thank you to our sponsor. You turn this dream today. Every smile in this room, you help light the way. From the first small yes.
Eastern Maine Sports.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the campus of Foxcroft Academy as we get set for a busy day of high school basketball here on Eastern Maine Sports. This afternoon, it's two teams in maroon. It's the Foxcroft Academy Ponies and the Washington Academy Raiders. I'm Toby Nelson, joined on the broadcast by Logan Martin, Colton Coro on camera today, and our producer is Mark Calnan. And Logan, cold outside, but should have some warmth of basketball inside the gymnasium here today.
It is freezing, but at least the snow's not falling, so both teams able to get this game in on the schedule, but it'll be an interesting matchup, especially with who's not in this game. No Lucas Sands, and I know you got a lot to say about that.
Yeah.
I do too, but league's top rebounder, averaging 15 rebounds a game. Without him, it'll be interesting to see who steps up for the Ponies in the rebounding category, but this will be a great matchup. These teams have already faced off once. FA got the win, but without Lucas Sands, this could be more of an even matchup.
Yeah, let's talk about that here really quickly for Foxcroft Academy. Coming in, the big story for them is Lucas Sands, who's a leading scorer for them, also a leading rebounder, averaging 15 rebounds a game. He's out sick. The sickness bug is getting a lot of kids this year. You went through it back when you were in high school, Logan. And for the Ponies, they say, it's tough to not have him today, but maybe they'll get this out of the way before the tournament comes around in a couple of weeks. But that means Foxcroft's going to have to find where you're going to pick up that production.
Yeah, and you also got to look at the other side. You got two of the league's top 10 rebounders on Washington Academy's basketball team. Talking about Noah Falkingham, Jaden Mayer, 6.8 rebounds a game. Falkingham, 7.7 rebounds a game. So between those two, that's 16 rebounds a game. That replaces Lucas Sands and his production for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies. So, again, it'll be interesting to see how well they can box out against Washington Academy and keep those two off the boards because, without Lucas, like we mentioned already, it's going to be a little bit more even on the rebound.
Ponies are coming in here, a tremendous season so far for Coach Charles Beal and his bunch. 11-3 coming into this one. There are 3 losses, twice to Class B Herman, who's sitting number 1 and number 2 in the Class B Hill points, depending on how the wind blows during the day. And their other loss was to Caribou last Saturday, lost by 3 up in the county. So they haven't lost to slouches this year. They've won every game that they should have won. And you know what? They're playing good basketball at the time of the year where you need to play good basketball.
Yeah, and I think the game on the schedule to take note of is their 2 games against Caribou. They win pretty handily at home, and then they go on the road, which is a very tough place to play up in Caribou, and they lose by 3 points, and it comes down to the wire. So that really says something about this basketball team for Foxcroft Academy and what Charles Beal has done with the program. And I know I mentioned to you, just standing on the court next to these guys, this is a tall group of guys, and Lennon McAfee, a bunch of guys who can just provide in just so many different ways, and that's what makes Foxcroft so great.
Yeah, Lennon McAfee right now, team's leading scorer, and Lucas today will be replaced by Ivo Dinev. He'll get a chance to start for the Ponies. He's a six man off the bench, but today he'll get a chance to start, so we look forward to seeing what he can bring to the lineup today for the Ponies.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching Ivo play, and having known him a little bit, he's a coachable kid, really enjoys the game, wants to get better, so he's a great addition to this Ponies team.
Hey, find our broadcast at EasternMainSports.com, also on YouTube at Eastern Maine Sports Media, and on X at Eastern ME Sports. All the games are available free live, and also the replays there at EasternMainSports.com and on YouTube. But hey, watch it live here this afternoon with us. We've got the boys game right now, the girls game coming up at about 4:30 this afternoon. Let's take a time out of the pregame show. Hammond Lumber is our presenting sponsor. They're a 4th generation family-owned company with over 900 dedicated employees across 22 locations in Maine and New Hampshire. A trusted Maine building supply company, service and materials as well, serving the industry since 1953. We take a time out of the pregame show. When we come back, we'll talk more about this game and get you set for a busy afternoon of high school basketball. It's Foxcroft Academy and Washington Academy right here on Eastern Maine Sports.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/Eastern-Maine-Sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Explosions broke in the sky. All that I needed was the one thing I couldn't find, and you were there at the turn, waiting to let me know. We're building it up to bring it back down. We're building it up to burn it down. We can't wait to burn it to the ground.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. Hungry? Governors has you covered. Breakfast before the game, lunch at halftime, dinner after the buzzer, and dessert anytime. Dine in, grab it to go, or get it delivered with DoorDash or Uber Eats. Visit governorsrestaurant.com. Maine fans fuel up at Governors.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Eastern Maine Sports.
Back at Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson along with Logan Martin still on the pregame show. We'll get ready for basketball here in just a matter of moments. Foxcroft and Washington Academy. Logan, you mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. The Ponies beat the Raiders the first time they played this season, 49-33 down at Washington Academy. But you got to imagine since then both teams have gotten a little bit better. And as we mentioned with Lucas Sands out today for Foxcroft, the Raiders probably think that they might have a chance to get this one here today.
Yeah, 33 points scored by Washington Academy at home in that last game. That's a great defensive performance by the Ponies. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive rotations look like without Lucas Sands, what the defensive intensity looks like without Lucas Sands, but we do know they're well coached. These boys play intense basketball, and just watching these guys at practice and the competitiveness, the up and down the court, the movement, and just the focus and discipline from this team is eye-opening. So even without Lucas, without some players, they can still fill in and find holes and find ways to fill in for those holes.
And coming up this afternoon at 4:00, we'll have 4:30. We'll have the girls matchup, Washington Academy and Foxcroft Academy. That'll get underway at 4:30. Our pregame show starting about 4:15, as long as everything stays on schedule here today. So we look forward to that one here on Eastern Maine Sports. But Logan, this is a fun time of year though, as far as basketball goes, because we're talking less than 2 weeks to go in the regular season, and before you know it, we'll be at the Cross Insurance Center for the tournament.
Yeah, tournament season is the best time of year, especially for a lot of these sports fans in Maine. Basketball seemed to kind of taken over the state of Maine when it comes to high school sports, and tournament season is fun for everyone.
We look forward to that coming up here in the matter of a couple of weeks. We'll be there with live coverage on Eastern Maine Sports as well. We want to thank Hammond Lumber Company, Rowell's Garage and Car Wash, Herring Brothers Meats, Governor's Restaurant, Angler's Restaurant, Gordon Contracting Incorporated, Slugger's Training Facility, Black Bear Crane, Ideal Energy Solutions, Millside Fitness LLC, Jamie Gilbert, Associate Broker from Next Home Experience, Roundy's Paving, Pine State Nutrition, and the Sports Arena for advertising with us and helping make these games free and available to you all around the country. If your business wants to sponsor and get the best bang for your advertising buck, give Mark an email at easternmainsports@gmail.com. You can give him a call as well. I mean, you can call him, you can message him. Mark's really everywhere.
Hey, Mark.
He's very easy to find. So I talked to him because, again, it's a great opportunity to advertise as we've got the high school basketball tournament coming right up. We'll take our final time out of the pregame show, and we come back, we get set to tip it off. It's Foxcroft and Washington Academy on Eastern Maine Sports.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Eastern Maine Sports.
Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing a vehicle, Rowell's Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rowell's Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home.
Back at Foxcroft Academy on the pregame show, Washington Academy and Foxcroft Academy. Let's send it over to the table. Diane Stephen is our public address announcer. She's got the starting lineups for this one. Take it away, Diane.
And your Foxcroft Academy ponies. Foxcroft Academy and Washington Academy are both members of the Penobscot Valley Athletic Conference, and we value sportsmanship. Please cheer positively for all the players involved, and we hope you enjoy today's game. Now, let's meet the starters for this contest. First, for the visiting Raiders. Number 0, Jaden Mahar. Number 1, Noah Falkingham. Number 12, Carter Wanamaker. Number 14, Blake Archer. Number 23, Luis Rosa. Washington Academy is coached by Justin Crosman, assisted by John Marzeau and Jason Delgado. Now, your starting lineups for the Foxcroft Academy ponies. Number 4, Becca May. Number 14, Aiden Sickler. Number 21, Lennon McAfee. Number 22, Abol DeNovo. And number 45, Hunter Stevens. The ponies are coached by Charles Beal, assisted by Drew Dankert, Tony Heel, and Dan White. We'd like to take a moment this afternoon to thank our officials, Mr. Naval and Mr. Eustis, for their hard work and dedication throughout the basketball season. They spent time on the road, away from their families, performing a job that many of us wouldn't want to do. This week, you may notice that these dedicated men and women are wearing pink whistles to support those fighting cancer. Cancer has impacted many of us in some way, whether through a family member, colleague, friend, or even personally. Initiatives like the National Blow the Whistle on Cancer Week allow them to show their support and help combat this terrible disease. We appreciate these officials for donating a portion of their game checks to the American Cancer Society's Blow the Whistle on Cancer campaign. The funds raised go towards advancing research and developing life-saving medicines. We encourage all of you to consider making a donation as well, because together we can blow the whistle on cancer. Now we ask that you all please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, national anthem. The starting lineups, we're about ready to go for this one. For Foxcroft Academy, Becca Maid, Aiden Sickler, Lennon McAfee, Ivo Dinev, and Hunter Stevens, the starting five. For the Washington Academy Raiders, Jaden Mahar, Noah Falkingham, Carter Wanamaker, Blake Archer, and Luis Rosa are the starting lineups for the Washington Academy Raiders. Raiders in the traveling maroon uniforms with the white trim. Ponies the home whites with the maroon trim. As we're ready to go, we'll tip this one off right at the start time, 1:30. So, Logan, we're on time to start.
On time. That's what you like to see. Ready to play some basketball.
Hunter Stevens to jump center for Foxcroft. Opening tip of this one controlled by Foxcroft Academy as Aiden Sickler will set it up in front court. And the Raiders will pick up. Looks like a zone defense here for Washington Academy. A 2-3 zone. They'll front Beckham Aid at the free throw line. Here's McAfee. Swings it back up top with it for the Ponies. It comes to Sickler. Sickler dribble drive to the foul line. Kicks it out to McAfee as he's got it for the Ponies. Down low Stevens. Stevens backs his way down the lane. Lays it up and in. And draws the foul. So for the Ponies, good possession to start. And they find it down low with Stevens.
Yeah, if you're Coach Beal, you love to see the patience from the Ponies. The ability to move the basketball and find the right shot right under the rim, good strength, and using his height to his advantage.
So
Stevens.
Stevens with the basket. The foul goes on Luis Rosa. That's going to be his first and the first on the team, just about 30 seconds into the first quarter. Toby Nelson, Logan Martin with you. Mark Callan, our producer, and Colton Coro on camera for game one of our doubleheader. It's a split doubleheader. We'll be back for the girls' game. The varsity game will be underway at about 4:30 this afternoon. So the WA Raiders, here's Carter Watermarker, the guard for the Raiders out front, and a foul on Aiden Sickler. He'll push Noah Fulkingham. Raiders coming in 8-6, but as you mentioned, Logan, they've lost 4 of their last 5 games, so struggling coming into this one today.
They have, started out 8-1 on the season, now 9-5, looking to find a little bit more momentum. So, especially right before the tournament.
Rosa for the Raiders. Holds it up top, now gives us off to Jaden Mahar. Mahar back to Rosa in the lane. He spins, he's in traffic, out to the free throw line. Pull up pop, high off the back rim, no good. The rebound, Rosa puts it up and in, so a good strong move. And that's maybe where you see Lucas Sands not being here. That could be the X factor for the Ponies.
100%. His presence under a rim allows Washington Academy to play more physical.
Breaking pressure, they go down inside. Hunter Stevens, he's got another basket. He's got the first 5 points here for the Ponies, and they're out to a 5-2 lead. Into the front court for Washington Academy. Carter Wanamaker down low. Along the baseline, little fadeaway pop for the Raiders. Around and off, no good for Fulkingham, and the Ponies clear the board. Into the front court now for Foxcroft. They've got it in their front court with Dinev, Aid along the right side, and it goes out of bounds. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds off of Washington Academy. It'll stay Pony ball. 6:26 to go in the opening quarter from Foxcroft Academy. I mean, you look outside and you see bright sunshine. Seems like, hey, a nice day outside. Then you step outside and you realize that you're in the Arctic tundra. Ball thrown away is taken out by WA. Raiders into the front court as it goes with Wanamaker. He gets it back down low. Rosa got by Stevens, and he's pushed from behind. So there was no help on the backside when Stevens rotated over, and going to the free throw line is Rosa for 2.
You'd like to see better positioning on defense right behind the defender between him and the basket right there. You see Rosa right there able to turn, pivot, and find a shot right there.
At the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Raiders is Luis Rosa. The first one is good. You'll get one more here. Rosa's second. Yes, he'll either rim, dip, shoot, up back rim, no good. Rebound tip taken down by Fulkingham. So Fulkingham's got it for Washington Academy. The Raiders right now the number 6 team in Class C. Down the lane, Stevens stood his ground. It goes out of bounds, and it goes off of Washington Academy. So Stevens did a good job defensively, held his position. The ball went off the Raiders. They'll set up in a 2-2-1, three-quarter court trap here. Ivo Dinev, down court, it goes to McAfee. McAfee over across to Aid. Aid goes up and under off the glass and in. So Ponies having no problem right now with the pressure.
I was about to say, early it's proven that they can break that 2-2-1 press.
That might be something that the Raiders look to go away from. Coach Crossman and the Raiders coming in again, number 6 in Class C. Foxcroft number 3 right now. They've really been between 3 and 4 throughout the last couple of weeks. 3-point shot off the glass, no good. Mahar. Rebound comes down to Washington Academy, but stolen away. Aiden Sickler has it, doesn't have numbers as he comes into the front court. Sickler swings it up top. Lennon McAfee goes behind the back, shovels it off underneath, and stolen away by Rosa. So Rosa with a steal off to Archer, and here come the Raiders to the front court. It's Falkingham. Back to Archer, top of the key for Washington Academy. Raiders from East Machias. They were in Class B last year, like Foxcroft Academy, moving to Class C this year. Mahar with Archer. Cross-court pass, Rosa along the block. Into the lane, Wanamaker, knocked away and stolen, taken back by Rosa, lays it off the glass and in. So really the two big guys underneath have been a difference for both clubs, Logan.
And right now the 5 points for the Raiders are all because they're sticking with it.
At the free throw line, it's McAfee. 8, and now Dinev. 4:40 to go in the opening quarter from Foxcroft Academy. This is McAfee, left open, ball blocked, but it comes right back down to McAfee. Drives the lane, off the glass and in. Stuck with it that time, and he's got his first 2.
Great finish by Lennon McAfee. He's great at all 3 levels of the basketball court. Underneath, mid-range, three-point line, he can shoot the ball very well.
Get our first sub coming in here at the next whistle is Parker Cates waiting at the scorer's table for WA. Raiders with it up top with Blake Archer. Archer at the free throw line, backs his way down, now kicks it back up top. Falkingham, guarded closely by Sickler. He's got the 1 foul for Foxcroft. Off along the near side. This is Wanamaker.
Both teams very patient in the half court.
Out to Mahar, tries 3, swish. So good set that time, and they get it to Mahar, and he sticks the 3.
Great job off the ball. Great job with the screens there and just getting your three-point guy open.
Quickly down court it goes to Stevens. It's blocked from behind. Comes down to Ivo Dinev. He goes up. His shot blocked and taken away. Ponies again not having a lot of problem breaking the press, but good job for Washington Academy getting back on the defensive end. This is Wanamaker. Mahar. At the free throw line it goes to Falkingham. Falkingham passes inside. Rosa goes up and under. Gets it to go.
Nice English underneath the basket. Didn't look like he had an angle, but a little bit of touch on that basketball, spins right in.
He's got 7 first quarter points. WA with their first lead of the game and a steal. Raiders down court, up and under. No good that time for Archer, but he's fouled and head to the free throw line for a couple, much to Coach Charles Beal's chagrin over on the sideline for the Ponies. Foul on Aiden Sickler will be his second. So heading to the free throw line to shoot 2 now for Washington Academy's Blake Archer. Is yet to score in this one. Isaiah Ugbaro getting set to check in for Foxcroft. And as I mentioned before, Parker Cates for Washington Academy. As the first free throw no good for Archer. He'll get one more. You may notice on the screen there's a QR code next to the scoreboard. If you put your phone up there, you can go directly to the Eastern Maine Sports Store online. You can pick up your latest T-shirts and sweatshirts with the great Eastern Maine Sports design. Get it ready before the high school basketball tournament, and you will get it here. So check that out. Again, just scan the QR code on the screen. Second free throw is good for Archer. So 1 of 2 at the line, and the Ponies now trail it by 2 as Washington Academy with the pressure and the steal. This is Cates into the front court, off into the corner to Archer. Archer brings it back up top. Cates, who just checked in the game for the WA Raiders. Holding overhead as they look down inside. The cross-court pass is knocked away. Ivo Dinev with a steal, and he'll take it up into the front court for the Ponies. Dinev to the free throw line, the stutter step, knocked away inside to Stevens. I think a timeout. Yeah, Foxcroft called a timeout. As Coach Charles Beal wants a 30-second timeout. So that was before the shot was taken by Stevens. So the timeout taken. We'll keep it right here with 2:37 to play in the opening quarter. But right now, WA is getting some pretty good looks on the inside. And Luis Rosa with 7 first quarter points.
Yeah, they're playing very physical right now, offensively and defensively. They're getting to their spots, and they're making it, getting to the foul line. They're putting the pressure on the Ponies right now. I think they really understand the opportunity they have without Lucas Sands on the basketball court for the Ponies.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, Lucas Sands, he's out sick today, like a lot of people have been. Whether it's colds or flus that are going around. He is out today, not able to play, so the Ponies will go a little bit deeper into their bench. Isaiah Ugbaro coming in, and expect to see he'll get some time here, especially in the interior for Foxcroft Academy. So out of the timeout, Pony basketball, Lennon McAfee to inbound underneath his own basket with 2:37 to go in the opening quarter from Foxcroft Academy. As the long inbounds pass comes into Beckham Aid. Off to Dinev, back in the corner, McAfee. McAfee drives the baseline. They let him go, up and under, shot's good. They just let him have baseline, and McAfee made him pay.
They needed to get him involved in the offense, and that's what they did out of the timeout.
He's got 4 points in the first quarter, tied at 11, Foxcroft and Washington Academy. Screen set by Cates is down the lane. Wanamaker, strip, knocked away by Ugbaro, and taken out by Ivo Dinev. Up to McAfee for the Ponies. Back to Dinev. McAfee open, 3 on the way. Yes.
Don't let him catch fire.
So Lennon McAfee for 3. Scored the last 5 for the Ponies. They lead it by 3 at 14-11. Knocked away and stolen. Barrow with the steal. He'll take it left side. Gives it up off to Dinev. Dinev wants 3. Yes. That's an 8-0 run here for the Foxcroft Ponies out of the timeout. So they've gone from down 2 to up 6 in the matter of about 40 seconds, Logan.
Yes, a fire was lit under their butt out of that timeout. I think Coach Beal was very unhappy with what he saw offensively and defensively from his team right there. Talked to him in that timeout, and they came out moving the basketball, moving up and down the court in transition and finding their shot.
So Dinev with a 3. McAfee had 5 quick points, and the Ponies now lead at 17-11. With a minute 44 to go here in the first quarter. Again, you can find our broadcast at easternmainsports.com, which you may be watching right now, or maybe you're on YouTube at Eastern Maine Sports Media or on X at Eastern ME Sports. All the games are available for free, and the replays are available on easternmainsports.com and also at YouTube. So check them out if you happen to miss one of the games. Last night, Mark was in Bingham for Valley High and Halldale. A really good boys game last night, a good close one. Valley getting a win over Halldale, and he's got a busy schedule throughout the rest of the regular season. WA goes down inside, the catch up off the glass, and that shot's good for Noah Falkingham, so a good set run by the WA Raiders.
Falkingham is the lead scorer for the Raiders, averaging just under 17 points per game. He's the guy to look to for the scoring.
They get him going. Here's Beckham Aid for 3, the miss. Stevens' shot blocked and taken out by the Raiders. So he missed on the rebound attempt. As Cates' ball gets knocked out of bounds and it goes off Washington Academy. WA is going to stay in pressure. Cates, they move back as Stevens is back there for Foxcroft as well. The Raiders got beat a couple times over the top, and since then have been able to clean it up a bit. Ivo Dinev swings it back open. Lennon McAfee open for another one. That one's good.
Yeah, you can't leave him open. That's too much separation. He's going to knock that down 6 times out of 10.
10 first quarter points for him, and you're right. He is going to shoots at a very high percentage from 3 or 2. Doesn't really matter. Along the baseline, the runner no good. Rebound taken down inside by Falkingham. He goes up with a shot, a whistle, and a traveling violation. So ball turned over, and it goes back to Foxcroft Academy with 43 seconds to go in the quarter. The Raiders don't want to get into a track meet here with Foxcroft.
No, they don't. They don't. They've seen what that's done to them so far. The majority of Foxcroft's points is from advancing the basketball.
They've scored 20 first quarter points. Pass goes off on the far side. The layup goes for Carter Watermarker, his first. First points of the game, 20-15, so a high-scoring first quarter. Here's Dinev with aid. 27 seconds to work with here in the first quarter. McAfee in the lane, floats it up and in, just too easy.
You can just see him drive to the lane, take 2 hops, get to his spot, and it's unbelievable to see him use that pivot and that jump step just to get right to where he wants to be, right in front of the basket.
He's got 12 first quarter points. Down the lane, the runner no good.
Yep.
Blake Archer fouled, sending the free throw line for a couple.
And I know Hunter Stevens has his hands up, but he's got to be careful with the reaching and the hands down low. He's gotten away with a few already, and with Lucas out and him as the big guy down low, they're going to need him to be available in this game.
Foul goes on Hunter Stevens, his first, 4th on the team at the free throw line, shooting 2. Blake Archer with 9.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. The free throw for Archer is no good. He's 1 for 3 now from the line. Landon Smith checking in for Foxcroft Academy. Jamal Harmon getting set to come in for WA, and checking in Luis Rosa back in. Harmon at the scorer's table right now. Second shot coming for Archer with 9.2 to go in the quarter. Must be coming in for the shooter.
And I know you mentioned Foxcroft, 22 points as high scoring in the first quarter. The Raiders have almost scored half of what they had in that entire game, in that first game against Foxcroft Academy.
That's right.
So defensively, FA is going to have to, you see Landon Smith checking into the game, so defensive pressure needs to pick up for the Ponies, and I think that's why you go to Landon Smith.
Yeah, Smith comes in, and Stevens goes out. 8 seconds to work with here in the quarter. Here's Aid for Foxcroft. Aid into the front court, goes to Dinev. Dinev throws it up. Shot's going to be missed. Horn sounds, and the first quarter in the books here from Foxcroft Academy. After 1, it's Foxcroft 22, Washington Academy 16. We'll take a timeout, come back with second quarter action after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Eastern Maine Sports.
Up and down action, first quarter of play, 22-16. Foxcroft with a lead over Washington Academy. Toby Nelson and Logan Martin with you from Foxcroft. And Logan, good first quarter, a lot of fast-paced action.
Yeah, a lot of fast-paced action, a lot of scoring. Great to see the offense of both teams really find a way to score. And defensively, it'll be interesting what the adjustments are.
Here's Wanamaker, pulls up, shot short. Rebound comes down inside to Rosa. He's blocked from behind and fouled. So the difference maker for WA has really been Rosa on the inside, as he had 7 first quarter points for the Raiders.
He's playing really scrappy underneath the basket, getting offensive and defensive rebounds, and just finishing underneath the basket as well.
So again, he led to the free throw line for 2. That foul goes on Lennon McAfee. That's his second. So McAfee with 2 and Aiden Sickler with 2 for Foxcroft. So a couple players they can ill afford to get into foul trouble. First free throw no good for Rosa. He'll get 1 more. Raiders are 2 for 5 from the line so far in this one. Ponies are 1 for 1. As a second free throw for Rosa, that is off the back rim, no good. And Dinev takes down the board. So he goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and into the front court it's Lennon McAfee right to the glass, lays it in. He's not slowing down, Logan.
No, and his speed is an underrated part of his game. He's very quick. As he can use very few dribbles to get up and down the court. And you saw that right there.
Jamal Harmon out front. He's called for a double dribble, so a turnover. And the ball goes back to Foxcroft Academy. So the Ponies with their biggest lead right now of 8, 24-16. Hunter Stevens back in. And checking out for Foxcroft is Beckham Aid. Sickler on the bench with the 2 fouls, and McAfee still playing. He's a main cog in the wheel for the Ponies. They want to keep him out as much as they can. Dinev running the point off to Landon Smith. Smith down to Ugbaro at the foul line elbow. Now Dinev swings it back off to Smith. Inside Stevens, got by his man, shot up, no good. The rebound, Ugbaro puts it up and in.
Watching WA, Washington Academy in the 3-2 zone, if you notice the lower level of that 3-2 zone, they're stepping up high. Use a ball fake and a bounce pass or try to get post touch.
Carter Watermarker answers back for 3. Hits it off the left side. Cuts it back down to a 7-point game. Ball goes out of bounds off WA. So Raiders staying with the pressure. It's turned Foxcroft over a couple of times, but more often than not, the Ponies getting some leak-out backdoor layups. It'll be McAfee to inbound into Dinev. Under 7 to play here in the first half.
See how much that free throw player is drawing attention from the WA defense.
Ugbaro has the ball knocked away. They put him at the high post and drawing a ton of attention, which leaves Hunter Stevens open underneath. Sickler coming back in for Foxcroft. He's in. Landon Smith will take a seat.
You know, just like FA, this Washington Academy team is very long, long wingspans. It's tough to make passes against them.
In the corner, it's Lennon McAfee stepped out of bounds. Hit the 3, but unfortunately he was out of bounds. So it's turned over, and it goes back to Washington Academy. This is Harmon for the Raiders. Harmon hands this one off to Cates. Came off the bench for Washington Academy. Cates from the foul line comes up short. Rebound goes right back to Cates. Cates down underneath to Rosa, and Rosa lays it in. He's got 9 here for the Raiders.
Yeah, Washington Academy's really cleaning up the offensive rebounds so far in this game.
26-21 in favor of Foxcroft Academy. Lennon McAfee now to Dinev. Sickler's got it along the right side for the Ponies. Sickler, pull-up pop, no good. Weak side board pulled off by Washington Academy. A foul. It's going to be on Hunter Stevens, so guess what? That's his second. And he'll have to, looks like he's coming right to the bench. Pregame checking back in. So Stevens, McAfee, and Sickler all with 2 fouls right now for the Ponies. Washington Academy in the front court. Mahar. Nice pass inside. Rosa shovels it off. Cates comes up short. Tip up, no good. Rebound pulled away by Foxcroft Academy. Lennon McAfee in transition. He'll pull up with a jumper off the back rim, no good. Dinev with a weak side board. And pulls it out to the corner. Open 3 off the front rim. Can't get it to go. Probably not the shot they were looking for there.
Nope.
As the ball tipped away and it goes out of bounds. A lot of those threes, and you played, you understand that 3-point shot's available anytime down the floor. Maybe work through the offense as it goes out of bounds. Turned over to Washington Academy. Raiders trail it by 5 with 5.5 to go in the first half. Carter Wanamaker tries 3 from deep. It's no good. Cates pulls down the rebound. One power dribble goes up off the glass and in.
Another offensive rebound for the Raiders. Just right in the right spot off the miss.
26-23. This is Aid. Now Sickler for Foxcroft back in the corner. Beckham Aid, a whistle, and a 3-second violation as Isaiah Ugbaro was down in the paint. So he's called for the 3-second violation and turned it back over. So both teams have had runs in this game. We saw Foxcroft get up by as many as 8, but WA starting to chip back into this one, Logan.
Yeah, Washington Academy really using the length on the bench right now for the Foxcroft Academy Ponies to their advantage because Hunter Stevens is on the bench. Not a lot of height guys who can really rebound for the Ponies on the court right now. So Washington Academy's taking advantage of it.
Falkingham saves it in. Cates has got it for the Raiders. Whoa, it was almost a travel. 3-point try, no good. Rosa with the rebound, but he may be called for the push.
Sometimes they're so wide open you can't believe it.
Yeah. So Rosa called for the foul. That's his second.
But I've been impressed with Washington Academy. It doesn't seem like they're subbing in and out that much. These boys, their stamina's there. They're on the court. They're hustling. They're pressing on defense. They're moving the ball on offense and just really emptying the tank here on the court.
Big game for this WA team, looking for valuable heel points. Less than 2 weeks to go for both these clubs, and really is a solidified playoff positioning. Both these teams need a win today. Here's Lennon McAfee. Shot's good.
What a move.
Quick ball fake, and he's got a straight lane to the basket. So McAfee with a bucket. 16 first half points. He's making up the difference with Lucas Sands not being able to play today. He's at 16 of the Ponies, 28. Down the lane, the runner off the glass, no good. Rebound taken off by Aid. And he can't hang on to it. It goes out of bounds. So it's turned over, and it goes back to WA. 28-23. You see it on the screen in favor of Foxcroft Academy. Girls will play this afternoon at 4:30. The varsity girls will have that game for you on Eastern Maine Sports as well. A little split doubleheader for us today. Wanamaker for WA. Gives it off to Cates. Good defense being played by the Ponies, making Washington Academy start their offense way up top. Wanamaker along the baseline. Ugbaro called for the foul.
So you never want to be without one of your best players in Lucas Sands, but this game could really help the Ponies in their development and how they play without him. Because there will be times Lucas has to come off the court. There will be times that it can't be all on him, whether the opposing team's double teaming him or just taking him away from being able to do what he does best. So these Ponies are going to have to figure out how to work together.
In the lane, Falkingham pull up pop, got it. He's got 4 points in the first half, and it's back down to a 3-point ball game. 28-25. Foxcroft into the front court. It's Aid. Now Ugbaro underneath the basket. Lays it up and in, so they beat him back door, and Ugbaro with a bucket. They're getting some points out of him. They want him in there for more defensively and rebounding, and they're getting some points out of him, so that's a bonus.
And his points are the easiest points we've seen in this game, just right underneath the basket, right spot at the right time, and just advancing the basketball up to him.
Turnover on Washington Academy. Goes back to FA.
One thing I've noticed about the Ponies is when the opposing team presses or applies pressure, they always have someone down the low block for an advanced pass.
This is Sickler off to Aid. Aid with Sickler. Kick out. McAfee got an open look for a 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound taken off by WA. So he got a pretty good look, but Raiders able to take it down. McAfee's had a great first half here for Foxcroft.
He's just so efficient.
The kick out, open, three-pointer. That one's good. Falkingham knocks it down. So you talked about him. He's a leading scorer for the Raiders. He's starting to feel it.
Yeah, he is, and that's a smooth shot right there. Something to get you in a little bit of a groove.
Tipped away as Falkingham knocked it away, but it goes out of bounds. So both these clubs can press. Both teams can get up and down the floor. They both have shooters. So when you take Sands out of the equation for Foxcroft, they match up pretty well.
Right, they do. They match up very well. And now Hunter Stevens coming back on the court because they've missed that presence and the height down low.
They get the starters back in. Now, again, Sickler, McAfee, and Stevens all with 2 fouls. So if you're the Raiders, you want to kind of go at one of those guys, see if you can pick up a third. 2-3 zone still being employed here by Washington Academy. As they're really pressing McAfee to come out on the wing.
They are. Moving on a string as a defense. That's what you like to see.
In the lane, Dinev goes up off the glass and in. So he got a lane off the right side and threw it up with his left hand.
I was going to say, that's a tough finish with the left hand off balance. Great finish.
He's got 5 in the first half, back down to a 4-point game. Pass inside, Rosa hangs in the air, shot no good. Rebound, kick out, Wanamaker for 3 off the side of the rim, no good. Falkingham pulls it down for the Raiders. Very athletic for this WA team. Inside, shot up off the glass and in as Jaden Mahar gets it to go. So both these clubs scoring at will. Yeah, again, the first game was 49-33, the final, so we're going to go over that maybe even in the first half.
What a throw.
Down the lane, the layup for Ivo Dinev.
That's a pass we'll see in the AFC Championship game this weekend.
You going Raiders or Patriots? Broncos or Patriots?
I gotta go Patriots, but I think it'll be a tough game.
It should be a good game.
Broncos have relied on their defense all season.
Well, the Ponies have the lead right now, 34-30. In the lane, Wanamaker gets rid of it, swings it back around for the Raiders. That's Chase Cates. Shot comes up short. He's number 22, who just checked in for Coach Crossman's club. 4-point ball game, minute 35 to play here in this first half. Down the lane, pass inside. Stevens off the glass and in. So McAfee with the assist that time to Stevens.
What a find. Just creating the points for his team without having to shoot it. Lennon McAfee.
He's got 7 points in the first half, so all these opponents getting into the scoring column, up off the glass and in. Wanamaker answers back.
Back and forth action, like you said, in the first quarter, and we're seeing it here again in the second.
36-32, so a 4-point game. Dinev gives it off to Sickler, down court, throws it away.
Just getting a little too aggressive, a little pass happy with those.
Wanamaker in the lane, floats it up too hard. Dinev with the board, and they've got some numbers. Here's Stevens up ahead of the pack. As he'll go to the glass, lays it up too short. Rebound, ripped down, loose on the floor. Wanamaker takes it for WA. Raiders break the time stripe. Pass knocked away and loose as McAfee has it stripped. Ooh. He goes behind the back. Falkingham along the baseline. He's fouled. Beckham Aid called for the foul. It's only the fourth team foul on the Ponies, so not a shooting situation yet. Landon Smith back in. Aid will take a seat. That's Aid's first. 40 seconds to play in the first half. Both these teams are going to need a little break at the half because they've been up and down the floor.
They have been. You know, we saw a lot of patience in the first couple of possessions for the Ponies in the half court, and we've seen the opposite here ever since. Just a lot of fast pace, up and down transition basketball.
Very frantic pace. 3-point try. Falkingham, no good. Rebound taken down by Stevens. See if the Ponies hold for the last shot. They've got a 4-point lead here. 26 seconds to work with in the first half. It's McAfee off to Dinev.
Against the 2-3 zone, you should be able to find the last shot.
Yeah, exactly. Pull it out, let McAfee hold, and get him the last shot. Here's Sickler. He'll drop him down low. Coming around, you look at McAfee over on the top right of your screen. Here's Stevens. Stevens inside, off to Smith. Now McAfee, stripped away with 2. Back to Sickler. Throws it up at the buzzer. No good, as he didn't have great control of that one. Still got it off before the horn. And we'll go to the locker room. And I don't know about you, Logan, but we're going to need to catch our breath ourselves here at the half.
We are. That was a lot. That was a lot of basketball, a lot of action, a lot of fun basketball. It's been a pleasure to watch 2 great basketball teams, and we've seen what Lucas Sands not being here today has done for the Ponies, but I'd still be impressed with what they've done here in the first half offensively. Just they need to clean it up on the rebounds and boxing out and limiting the second chance options for the Washington Academy Raiders.
Been a great first half of basketball so far. Hang with us. We got a full second half coming up. Score at the half, the Foxcroft Academy Ponies 36, the Washington Academy Raiders 32. We'll take a timeout, come back with halftime after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports. or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Explosions broke in the sky. All that I needed was the one thing I couldn't find, and you were there at the turn, waiting to let me know. We're building it up to bring it back down.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. To Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Get ideas and inspiration before your next building project even begins at Hammond Lumber Company. Create your vision when you explore Hammond's extensive in-store showroom displays, showcasing innovative trends from industry-leading suppliers and designers. Your Hammond sales rep will help you find the look you like, and Hammond's design team will help you make it your own. And Hammond delivers from 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. For your next building project, find your vision at Hammond Lumber Company.
Get hydrated and energized and feel fantastic at Pine State Nutrition. Whether you're an athlete, a workaholic, or a parent on the go, we have something for everyone. Get your tea or shake filled with healthy energy, hydration, immunity, protein, and so much more. Healthy starts here at Pine State Nutrition on Broadway in Bangor.
Bring the family to Angler's Restaurant, where Maine classics like fried clams, haddock, and lobster are served with a smile. Join us for lunch or dinner, or order ahead to go. See our full menu at anglersseafoodrestaurant.com, your hometown seafood spot. Black Bear Crane is a family-owned and operated crane and rigging service provider located in Herman, covering the state of Maine with cranes from 27 to 240 tons. From roof trusses, HVAC units, steel and precast erection to modular home and communications equipment. Call 977-BEAR today. Hungry? Governors has you covered. Breakfast before the game, lunch at halftime, dinner after the buzzer, and dessert anytime. Dine in, grab it to go, or get it delivered with DoorDash or Uber Eats. Visit governorsrestaurant.com. Maine fans fuel up at Governors.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Back at Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson along with Logan Martin, 36-32. Ponies with a lead over Washington Academy at the half. Logan, it was up and down action from both teams. Lennon McAfee leading the way for Foxcroft with 16. 9 points for Luis Rosa for Washington Academy. Frantic pace. What do you think is going to happen here in the second half?
Yeah, you mentioned it. Up and down basketball game, back and forth. Both teams playing really well. But there are adjustments that need to be made. Looking at Foxcroft, they're allowing Washington Academy to get second and third chance opportunities, which have been leading to points. And then for WA, Washington Academy, they need to find a way to limit Lennon McAfee's production, because you mentioned the 16 points, but it's more than that. His passing in the basketball, his spacing, and all that stuff. There needs to be more attention on Lennon if they want to come out here and upset him here on the road.
Yeah, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists in the first half for Lennon McAfee. Following this one, we'll award our Hometown Nutrition Player of the Game. Stop in at 2402 U.S. Route 2 in Herman to get your teas, shakes, and more. That's Hometown Nutrition in Herman. We'll take one final timeout and come back with the second half. Ponies lead it by 4. We'll be back in just a moment on Eastern Maine Sports. Perfect.
Rep Eastern Maine Sports with official merch made for real fans. Grab yours now by scanning the QR code on screen and wear the brand that brings the action live.
Eastern Maine Sports.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Building or remodeling a home or office and need electrical work? Call Ideal Energy Solutions. Ideal Energy Solutions is ready to wire your building right. Don't settle for less than ideal. Go with Ideal Energy Solutions. Call today.
Brothers Meats is a family-owned and operated business located in Guilford, Maine. We operate a local retail meat market along with a slaughterhouse, smokehouse, and processing plants. Herring Brothers has all sorts of meats from already pre-cut all the way to cutting it right on the spot for you. Also, while you're there, don't forget to try their wicked good beef jerky that is made right in Guilford, Maine. Call them at 207-876-4395 or visit them at 346 Water Street Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Hungry? Governors has you covered. Breakfast before the game, lunch at halftime, dinner after the buzzer, and dessert anytime. Dine in, grab it to go, or get it delivered with DoorDash or Uber Eats. Visit governorsrestaurant.com. Maine fans fuel up at Governors.
Back at Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson, Logan Martin, Mark Callan, our producer today, Colton Coro on camera. 36-32, the Ponies leading Washington Academy as we start the second half. 16 first half points for Lennon McAfee, 7 for Ivo Dinev, 7 for Hunter Stevens, 4 for Isaiah Ugbaro, and 2 for Beckham Aid, their total of 36. Washington Academy, 9 for Rosa, 7 for Falkingham, 7 for Wanamaker, 5 for Jaden Mahar, and a couple for Cates and Archer. Their total of 32. Ponies come right out of the bat and turn it over. Along the baseline, Falkingham, fadeaway jumper, gets it to go. Tough shot.
Beautiful, and him fading away, but with his length, it makes up for it. Able to get that ball in the basket.
See what the Raiders pull out of that pressure. They're going to go more of a half-court trapping defense right now. As to the middle, it's Dinev down inside, knocked away and kicked. So good coaching move there by Coach Crossman, because they pressured all first half, and now they show a half-court trap, which the Ponies may not have been ready for.
Yeah, really caught the guard right there. Aiden Sickler by surprise right there, but a great pass to get it out to the open player.
It's Aid to inbound. Comes in up top to Sickler. Sickler fires it down inside to Hunter Stevens. Gets the shot to go. Used his height there that time as Sickler with the pass.
He can really pass the ball with a little bit of zip on it. He put some mustard behind those passes.
And the Ponies showing a 2-3 zone as well. So a little bit of zone versus zone here as we start the second half. And they'll make the Raiders shoot out of it because with Rosa inside, he's really been a problem. Speaking of Rosa, now it comes back to Falkingham and a reach-in foul on Dinev.
I really like this adjustment by the Ponies. Going to the 2-3 zone, they usually don't play zone defense, so Washington Academy coming out of halftime probably did not expect that. And it also makes up underneath the basket for what you've been lacking in that first half. It's just presence underneath, bodies underneath to be available for rebounds.
Dinev called for the foul. It's his first. So a minute gone by in the third quarter. It's 38-34, lead for the Foxcroft Ponies, out of bounds off of McAfee, so it'll stay with the Raiders. Ponies stay in the zone. We'll see if they bounce back and forth from it. They can steal a couple possessions in it. They'd be happy at this point. Battling a bit of foul trouble. No one with 3, just a lot of players with 2. As ball thrown away, is looking towards the side to a watermarker. He wasn't there and it's turned over, so it goes to Foxcroft Academy. Ponies will get it back. Sickler's got it for Foxcroft. A 1-2-2 half-court zone, and it's turned over. This is Watermarker for Washington Academy. Right down the lane, the runner a little too hard. Rebound pulled down, it goes out of bounds, and it's off WA. So one of those shots you talk about, Logan, that you're almost too open that time.
I know he's going to want that one back. Just open and not a lot of defensive enthusiasm right there. It didn't seem like anyone on the Ponies wanted to step up and really stop the ball right there.
So we'll see if they can get it back, and they do. It's stolen back by Falkingham. He's going right to the glass and lays it in. So Noah Falkingham with the first 4 points for the Raiders to start the second half, a 2-point ball game. Ivo Dinev goes down low. Stevens, and it goes out of bounds. It wasn't touched, so it's turned over and back to Washington Academy. Ponies had that little run where they went from down 2 to up 7 just like that, but since then, this game's basically been back and forth.
It has been, and this is the most flat we've seen the Ponies look all season long, and part of that is without Lucas Sands, and part of that is they're making adjustments. They're now in a zone. They're not manned up, moving all around the court.
Falkingham missed the 3, goes out of bounds. As diving into the crowd was Sickler. So it's saved in. Raiders with the basketball along the sideline. Cates checking in, and Archer will check out for the WA Raiders. It was 36-32 at the half. It's 38-36 right now. As it comes into the Raiders at the free throw line. Pull up, pop. That one's good. Jaden Mahar with a bucket, his 7th point of the game, and we're tied at 38.
The mid-range shot's kind of a lost art in the high school basketball, but Washington Academy can make those.
Lennon McAfee says, watch this. He goes the other way and lays it in. So McAfee with a bucket. Ponies go back on top by 2. Cates for WA. Swings it around the perimeter. 3-point try on the way. A front rim, no good. Dinev with the board. Here's Dinev for Foxcroft Academy. Up along the side for the Ponies. Hands it back off to McAfee. McAfee goes down the lane. Up and under. Can't get the roll. Rebound tipped around. Taken out by Washington Academy. Here's Falkingham for the Raiders into the front court. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter from Foxcroft Academy in a 2-point ball game. This is Watermarker up top. Now Falkingham. Nice pass down inside. Rosa up and under, lays it in.
It's a great set right there. Great half-court offense by the Washington Academy Raiders, forcing the timeout by Charles Beal.
He'll take the timeout with 5:02 to play in the third quarter. We're tied at 40, Foxcroft and WA. Now coming up this week on Eastern Maine Sports, plenty of high school basketball. On Tuesday, Penquist takes on Dexter. That's a doubleheader. Girls begin at 5:15. We'll have those for you on Eastern Maine Sports. On Wednesday, Mattanocook at Dexter. That's girls action at 6:15 start time. Friday, doubleheader in Bingham, I should say, for Karabec and Valley boys and girls. Starts at 4:45. And on Saturday, a week from today, Fort Kent and Mattanocook boys. That's a huge game next Saturday. Is Fort Kent right now the number 2 team, and the Mattanocook anywhere between 3 and 4. So it's going to be a very, very busy last week or so here on Eastern Maine Sports. Falkingham having himself a game so far. 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. He's been doing it for the Raiders and getting them back in the game.
Yeah, even on the defensive end, he's making his presence shown because he's getting hands on a lot of these shots, a lot of tip layups. caused by Falkingham. A lot of block shots.
Toby Nelson, Logan Martin with you at Foxcroft Academy. Mark Callan is our producer this afternoon. Colton Coro over on camera doing great work for us today. Out of the timeout, the Raiders go back on the defensive end, see if they change anything up. Their defense has been working pretty well as they stay in that 1-2-2 half-court trap. Maybe a 1-3-1 almost, as it's McAfee now with Sickler. Sickler gives it on the near side to Aid, tied at 40. Here's Aid down inside. Stevens tries to pass it across the lane. It's stolen. Good hands by the Raiders, and Washington Academy comes away with it. Wanamaker into the front court. Goes back door to Falkingham. Goes up with a shot. No good, but Stevens will foul him, and that'll send Falkingham to the free throw line for 2. And you just talked about it with Falkingham. He's really taken over the game for the Raiders in this third quarter.
He is, and he's their main scorer. So, down in a very close game, back and forth, you're going to look to him here in the second half to do the majority of the scoring.
So at the free throw line, shooting 2 for the Raiders. Noah Falkingham, first one off the front rim, no good. He'll get one more. Again, 11 points. Ugbaro coming in, and Stevens goes to the bench for Coach Charles Beal. Second one is good. 1 of 2 at the free throw line, and the Raiders with their first lead since the first quarter. As that ball is going to be thrown away, McAfee goes over the top with Dinev, so it's turned over and it goes back to Washington Academy.
Yeah, the half-court trap is just really causing all these problems for the Ponies right now. Nothing has seemed to be clicking offensively, and just really nervous with the basketball and not making the right pass, a little bit of tunnel vision. So
the Raiders with the lead. They've got the basketball. Falkingham picks it up, double-teamed. Wanamaker, little floater along the baseline, front rimmed it no good, goes out of bounds, and goes to Foxcroft Academy. So the Ponies get it back.
The momentum is on Washington Academy's side right now, so Ponies really need a good offensive possession to get things turned around here.
You can get it back pretty quickly if you score a basket or two, so we'll see if Foxcroft can do that right now. Here's Sickler. Still a lot of time to go in this one. We're only in the third quarter.
High scoring, too. Yeah.
It is, very high, considering the first game was 49-33 was the final. This is Aid for Foxcroft. Gives it off to Dinev. Dinev wants 3, takes it, misses. Long rebound, going to be chased out by Aid. In transition, Ugbaro, as he lost the ball. We get a foul. A foul called on Washington Academy. Foul goes on the Raiders on Luis Rosa. On the floor, so it's not a shooting situation. That's his third. Rosa with 11 points. So he has 11. Falkingham with 12 leading the way for Washington Academy. 18 for Lennon McAfee. Sickler kicks it out. McAfee up fakes. Now he's going to drive baseline. We get a whistle. 3-second violation on Foxcroft. Didn't see who it was, but maybe Ugbaro.
Yeah, and that would be a second on the day.
So it's turned over and back to Washington Academy. So the pace hasn't changed much, but the scoring has slowed down quite a bit here in the third quarter.
The Ponies still in that 2-3 zone. Really hasn't, it's allowed Washington Academy to find some of their shots, but they're still sticking with it.
Falkingham, triple team, floats it up, can't get the roll. Rebound taken out. Dinev will pull it down for Foxcroft.
And that's why they stay in it, because in the first half, they're not getting that rebound right there.
Aid swings it around, now McAfee. McAfee lost the handle, gets it back. Now swings it back over to Aid. Open, tries 3, off the back rim, no good. McAfee gets it back, puts it off the glass and in. He's got 20.
Sometimes that's the hardest shot in basketball right there, but a great touch by Lennon McAfee. Great basket.
Yeah, a little accidental offense right there for Foxcroft, and they get it to go. So McAfee with 20, and the Ponies retake the lead. Inside, Falkingham. Shot blocked, and a foul on Aid. So Aid called for the foul. That's his second. Third team foul on the Ponies at the free throw line. Noah Falkingham, he's 1 for 2, as the first one's good. They'll get one more here. Sub coming in for the Raiders. Chase Cates in. So Cates in, and Rosa will go to the bench. Rosa with 3 fouls, probably for Coach Crossman. He's saying, you know what, we'll save him to the fourth quarter.
Right, especially what we saw from him in the first half. His production was a big part of their success and what they did.
Second free throw rattles around, falls off, and the rebound comes away to the Ponies. We're tied at 42. Down the lane, McAfee to the glass, and he lays it in. Man, oh man alive.
He went through 5 defenders right there to get to the basket. He has great footwork, some of the best I've seen at the high school level.
So McAfee with the basket. Ponies go back on top by 2. Fadeaway pop, Falkingham around the rim and in. That's a tough shot.
And that's his shot. That's an NBA-like shot right there, fading away, midi, turn around, use your pivot foot, but that's just easy for him.
So 2 of the guys here in Class C are going at it with McAfee and Falkingham. Here's McAfee, lost the handle, goes out of bounds, turned over to Washington Academy.
If Lennon McAfee shot the ball probably as much as he should, he'd probably have 30 points
of course,
right now.
Yeah.
He's just very unselfish. Yes, that's the word.
Yeah, no, he obviously looking for a shot, but he's also looking to get his guys going too. Pass comes up top, knocked away. Dinev with the steal. He's going to go to the glass and lay it in.
Behind the back, crossover, whatever it takes to get to the basket. Great move by Evo right there.
Ponies go back on top by 2. Timeout called by Washington Academy. So back and forth we go. Raiders took a 1-point lead, but that's as far as they've been able to get ahead. Foxcroft's come back to lead 46-44 with 1:56 to play in the third quarter. So looks like we're going to have a great finish here in this one today.
Yeah, right now Foxcroft figuring out how to get out of that flat, the flatness that they came out with out of halftime, and right now advancing the basketball, moving in transition. A lot of what we saw in the first half, they're just going right back to it, and it's working for them.
A lot can be decided here in this last 2 minutes of the third quarter as far as where we'll go come fourth quarter of play. If the Raiders hang around and maybe come back and take the lead, or if the Ponies can extend this a bit, as with 1:56 to play in the third quarter. It's 46-44 in favor of Foxcroft. You see on the screen there's a QR code. If you use your phone and click that QR code, you can go to the Eastern Maine Sports Store online. So you can pick up your latest sweatshirts, T-shirts, hats, and much, much more. All kinds of merchandise from Eastern Maine Sports, and get it here before the 2026 high school basketball tournament. Check it out online or click that QR code right now. 1:56 to play in the third quarter. Foxcroft leading Washington Academy 46-44. Toby Nelson and Logan Martin with you on Eastern Maine Sports. A great Saturday afternoon of basketball. And the girls' game will be coming up at about 4:30 this afternoon. We'll have that one for you. So all kinds of action as we come down to, there's one more Saturday left in the regular season. Next Saturday is the final Saturday. So season is less than 2 weeks away from the end of it. Out of the timeout, Watermarker for Washington Academy to Falkingham. Goes down low to Cates. Cates gives it down back inside, shovels it to Cates. That's Chase Cates, number 22, not to be confused with Parker Cates, number 4. Mahar for WA goes down low, Falkingham, and pulls it back up top. Falkingham with a whistle, player control foul as he ran Sickler over.
And that's what Aiden Sickler does. He does a great job drawing the charge. We've seen it all season long. Leads the Ponies in that category if you were to keep track of that stat, but always finds a way to get his feet set and draw a great charge.
WA back with full court pressure, so they're pulling it off what they did in the first half. It's Aid in the backcourt. Down court, Sickler. And kicks it out. Dinev, up face, goes baseline, pull up, pop, around the rim, hangs off. Ugbaro, the rebound, off the glass, no good. And it goes out of bounds, stays with Foxcroft Academy. So, again, the Ponies doing it on the offensive end. A couple opportunities, couldn't get it to drop, but another chance right here for Foxcroft.
Yeah, intensity in the gym is picking up here as the time ticks down and almost to the fourth quarter, and it's a 2-point game. Like you said, it'll come down to the wire probably.
Ball tipped into the corner as McAfee's got it for the Ponies. He'll pulls it way back up top. McAfee splits through the defense, puts it up in the lane, off the rim, no good. Rebound, tipped around, goes out long. Sickler tries to save it, and now it's pulled back to Watermarker. Watermarker goes up, his shot no good, tipped up no good. As Mahar was over the rim, couldn't tip that one in, and it's pulled back by Foxcroft, excuse me. McAfee has it stolen, and a foul goes on McAfee, which is an okay foul because the Raiders had a breakaway layup.
100%. 100%. Good foul right there. The Raiders had a wide-open transition layup. Not a lot of wide-open transition layups for the Raiders so far in this game.
McAfee's third foul. He'll check out. Smart move here by Coach Beal. Get him out for the last 45 seconds of the quarter, especially when you don't have the basketball right now.
Defense to offense.
Landon Smith in for him. Raiders trail by 2. Wanamaker for WA. At the free throw line, pulls up with a shot, comes up short. Ugbaro with a rebound off to Dinev. We'll see if the Ponies play for the final shot and go into the fourth quarter with the lead. Here's Dinev, now to Sickler. Bounce pass to Aid. Aid with Sickler. As WA falls back into their zone defense. Sickler with 15, now off to Dinev. Sickler, Aid. Aid's got it with 3 seconds, swings it off. Dinev, he's going to throw that one up at the buzzer. Comes up no good. Rebound wouldn't have mattered anyways. The horn sounds. And the third quarter in the books here from Foxcroft Academy. Good quarter for both teams. After 3, Foxcroft 46, Washington Academy 44. Back with fourth quarter action after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
And softball training facility has the perfect gift for the budding all-star on your holiday shopping list. Give the gift of training. Sluggers offers both group and one-on-one lessons for all levels. Give the gift of experience. From batting cages to advanced technology, Sluggers is the perfect place to get practice and improve skills. Give the gift of competition. Joining a travel team at Sluggers is a great way to learn and grow with new friends. You're sure to hit it out of the park when you give the gift of Sluggers.
Rouse Garage in Dover Foxcroft to discover the difference between walking into a local dealership versus a big dealer that uses high-pressure tactics the second you drive onto the lot. From selling you a vehicle to servicing your vehicle, Rouse Garage will treat you like you are the only customer. While you're there, check out their state-of-the-art automatic car wash. Rouse Garage, call them at 207-564-3434 or visit them at 191 East Main Street in Dover Foxcroft, Maine.
Back at Foxcroft Academy, Toby Nelson along with Logan Martin. 8 minutes up on the clock. Final 8, maybe, of this one, as the Ponies leading Washington Academy 46-44. I think we'll get a buckle up for a good one here, Logan.
Like you said, maybe. We might see some overtime action if it's back and forth like we've seen all game long.
Raider ball to start the fourth quarter of play as Wanamaker has it for the Raiders. Screen set for him by Falkingham. They'd love to get him the ball. As Falkingham with 15 points in this one. Down the lane, it's Kate, shot no good. Rebound picked up by Falkingham, goes up strong, gets it to go. So Falkingham with a bucket, now we're tied at 46. Ball stripped away and stolen. Down court it's Cates, pulls up with a shot, gets it to go. So Chase Cates with the steal, and the Raiders have come off at a 4-0 run.
Yeah, Chase Cates caught a break right there. It was going to be a layup, but it found himself in an awkward position.
That's a tough shot from the baseline, too, and he got it to go. Here's Sickler with McAfee. Team trails it by 2. McAfee quickly double team, goes baseline, swings it back up top. Somebody's going to be open here for the Ponies. Is Sickler, now to McAfee. McAfee from long range, that one's no good. Rebound taken down by Falkingham. So Falkingham pulls it down into the front court for the Raiders. Wanamaker. Off to Falkingham. Open three-point try. Yes. 20 points now for Noah Falkingham. So he's got 20. Lennon McAfee with 22. And the Ponies trail by 5. Down inside to Landon Smith. Gives it back out. McAfee. Ponies need this one right now. Back rim no good. Falkingham with the rebound. And a foul goes on Landon Smith as he going to foul Noah Falkingham. That'll be Beckham Aid coming back in. Smith's first. Raider ball with 6.5 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Ponies coming out with some pressure. The Raiders have the basketball in the backcourt. This is Falkingham.
Ponies with a little bit of full court pressure. Washington Academy able to get out of it, though.
Falkingham a double-double right now. 20 points, 10 boards. So
nice.
Good day at the office for him. Comes up top. Cates for 3. It's off the back rim. No good. Cates with a rebound. Puts it up too hard. Rebound saved in. No, it's knocked out by Cates. So, again, those are the shots you're going to look at later on and say, man, we'd like to have that 2 points back.
I know, man. another one, and that's 4 points right here in the fourth quarter. I know it's a 5-point game, but you take those 4 points, it's a 9-point game in this one.
So the Ponies get the ball back, trailing by 5. Here's Ivo Dinev. Now to Sickler, hands off to McAfee. Under 6 minutes to go. Ponies trail by 5. McAfee in the lane, floats it up, gets it to go. So that's really a 4-point swing there for the Raiders.
And that's what the Ponies have done. Even they did it coming out at halftime too. They came out flat and they slowly figured things out and they got back into it. It'll be interesting to see if we see that again in the fourth quarter.
24 now, shot blocked, loose on the floor. Sickler comes away with it, tied up. Possession arrow will stay with the Raiders. Although didn't they have it at the quarter break? So Washington Academy ball. Have we had a jump ball since then?
I don't think.
Ponies aren't saying anything, so it goes back to Washington Academy.
Not that I can remember.
For Beckham Aid, his third. Kate's first free throw is good. He'll get one more as Hunter Stevens gets set to check back in here for the Ponies. Kate's second shot comes up short. Rebound taken down. It's picked up by Foxcroft. Here's McAfee. McAfee has it knocked away and stolen. They throw it down court, tipped out by Sickler. So very frantic pace here for both clubs down the stretch.
It is, and right now Ponies are on the wrong end of it. So they're looking to try to not. They're looking to try not allow Washington Academy to get that wide open lane to the basketball hoop because a lot of their opportunities are coming in transition. They're just not getting the shots they initially want.
Out of the inbounds pass is Mahar. Ball tipped away, loose, picked up by Foxcroft as Stevens throws it ahead. This is Dinev. Dinev down the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound taken off by Falkingham. If you're WA, you feel like the ball should be in Falkingham's hands, and if you're the Ponies, you think it's McAfee, right, at this point?
Yeah, 100%. Right now the offense for the Ponies is a little bit chaotic. They look to settle things down, get an open shot. Lennon's needs to be a factor.
Cates is knocked away, and it is McAfee with a steal. McAfee gives it out to Dinev. He'll try three, rattles it home.
It's a big three, and I know he hasn't scored a ton of points in this game, but I've been impressed by his play, his patience, and just getting the open shot and finding the open player.
Well, he's got 12 points. It's cut down to 1, 52-51. This is Falkingham. Gives it up top for the Ponies to Wanamaker.
Defensive intensity for the Ponies is still there.
Back door. As it's caught, the shot up, no good for Falkingham, ripped down by Dinev. Dinev, front court for Foxcroft. Off to McAfee, he up fakes, drives the lane, they got him open, the floater's good.
What a touch by Lennon McAfee, that was beautiful.
Goes back on top by 1, 52-52. We approach the 4-minute mark. Falkingham. Now Cates tries three. It's off the mark, no good. Sickler with a rebound. And we get a whistle and a foul.
Things are getting tense here.
It is, as a foul goes on Washington Academy. And are we going to get a timeout called? And again, a timeout called by Foxcroft Academy. So that foul went on Carter Wanamaker, his first. First on the team, 3:58 to play here in the fourth quarter. And the timeout called by the Ponies, leading by 1. So we've seen both teams, Logan, in the second half have runs.
Yeah, and I really like what they did that last possession, giving the ball to the top of the key to Lennon McAfee, allow him to dictate what goes on in the offense, give him the ball. Well, you saw what he did. He dribbles to his spot, and a nice touch there for a floater. Take the lead back, and now they're up by 1 here with just under 4 minutes left. This has been a great game.
Yeah, 53-52. Ponies led after the first quarter, 22-16. Led at the half, 36-32. Led after 3, 46-44. Raiders came out on a 7-0 run to take a 51-46 lead, but since then the Ponies have come back to lead it by 1. 53-52, Foxcroft Academy. 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go here in regulation. Raiders will be on the defensive side. We'll see what they do because they've shifted it up. They've gone from half-court trap. They've gone full-court trap. We've seen zone. We've seen about everything here for WA.
And what's worked the best is that half-court trap. We saw what the problems the Ponies have faced against it. And I think they should come right back right back into it. It's really created pressure for the Ponies to find the open man and not pick up their dribble at the top of the key, because that's what's killing them right now.
Ugbaro back in. So the Ponies have Dinev, Sickler, McAfee, Ugbaro, and Stevens in the game right now. And it's going to be the half-court trap. So that's what Washington Academy will roll with. Here's Dinev. Gives it off to Sickler. Now to McAfee. Ponies lead it by 1. McAfee. Ponies can take their time. They've got the lead. Sickler. Off to Dinev. Dinev for 3. Around the rim and off. No good. Rebound taken down by Washington Academy. Wanamaker. 3-point try on the other end. That one missed as Mahar with a 3. Probably not the shot Coach Crossman wanted either. Dinev to McAfee. McAfee in the lane. Shot up. Rattles it home.
It's a thing of art.
28 points for McAfee. Pass down the lane. It's knocked away. Wanamaker gives it out. This is Rosa. Remember, he was sitting on the bench with some foul trouble. They get him back in the ball game. 3-point lead for Foxcroft, 2:54 to play. Mahar. Now Wanamaker. Tries to go inside and a foul on Stevens. Not in a shooting situation. It's only the 3rd team foul on the Ponies. Stevens 4th. And the Raiders to inbound underneath their own basket.
4 huge points by Lennon McAfee, and that's the story of why the Ponies have a 3-point lead here. And it's been a game of runs, and that's the game of basketball for you, and it's proven to be the case here in this one.
Talked about the 2 players that you expect to have the basketball in crunch time, and one of them is right now. This is Falkingham. The other one is McAfee, of course, for Foxcroft. As a whistle and a traveling violation. Yeah, Wanamaker kind of shuffled the feet when he got the ball, so he turns it over. And it goes back to Foxcroft Academy with 2:38 to play.
Washington Academy has to be aware if they get into a situation where they have to foul. Lennon McAfee is one of the best free throw shooters in the league.
Yeah, anyone but him is who you want in the line. You take your chances with anyone else, even though Ponies are a pretty good foul shooting team. Knocked away from behind and stolen. Goes down court. Falkingham now stolen back by McAfee. Thrown up in the air. Comes down to Falkingham in the lane. Puts it up. Gets fouled. And he puts it in. Man, oh man. You talk about a big series there that time. Ponies looked like they might have had it. And it turned back over. Falkingham with a bucket and the foul. Foul goes in Aiden Sickler. 22 points now for Falkingham, and if he can get it to 23, we'd be tied. It's a 1-point ball game. As the free throw comes up short, rebound to Sickler. Foxcroft still with a 1-point lead. And Sickler's got it. Dinev, we get a foul on Washington Academy. They may want to start burning fouls now at this point because they need to get it to a shooting situation. So the foul on WA goes on Falkingham, his 2nd.
Yeah, that's a good point. Only 2 fouls right now here. You're going to have to foul a couple more times to be able to get him to the stripe.
You know, committing fouls is normally not what you want to do, but in this situation you might have to try to burn a few away. Here's Sickler, guarded in the backcourt by Falkingham. Double teamed along the sideline. Coach Beal is calling a timeout. He had him to work with, and you're right. You don't want to run right to the corner because now you have 2 defenders around you.
And that corner has caused 4 turnovers so far in this game in the half-court trap.
30-second timeout called by Foxcroft Academy. Minute 58 to go. 1-point Pony lead, 55-54.
And one thing I'll say about Charles Beal is he's dialed up some great plays out of timeouts this year. You know, inbound, and whether it's sideline. You know, last game we watched who they just play the out of bounds play here. The end line with 4.8 seconds. They went full court in 4 seconds. Like, he has it dialed up, so it'll be interesting to see what they go to here.
So with a minute 58 to go, Ponies. I'm sure he's reiterating, hey, we've got the lead, guys. We don't need to shoot unless it's it's a good look at a shot.
Right.
You're certainly not going to try to pull it out with 2 minutes to go because you're going to face a lot of pressure, but you don't need to put up a 22-footer either. It comes into McAfee. So he's got it for Foxcroft. McAfee gives it off to Dinev. Off to Sickler. Sickler off in the corner to Aid. Aid for 3, around and off. Rebound to Washington Academy. And it goes down court. Rosa shot blocked away and a foul on McAfee.
Great hustle by Lennon McAfee. It looked right there, another wide open transition bucket, but out of nowhere comes Lennon McAfee. Again, the speed from Lennon is so underrated, and it's an underrated part of his game, and he's been showcasing it here today.
That's the fourth foul on Lennon McAfee with 1:38 to play. 2 shots at the line here for Luis Rosa. And the first one off the back rim, no good. So the Raiders' free throw shooting has been a bugaboo for them today. They've missed the last 2 free throws that would have tied, or they could have obviously given them the lead if they'd made that first one. Second one for Rosa. That one's good. So he's 1 of 2 from the line. Rosa with 12 points, and we're tied at 55. Here's Sickler. And a foul on Washington Academy. That's only the 3rd team foul, but I don't think they really wanted a foul in that situation, as Wanamaker called for the foul, his
Not
second.
with a tie game.
No.
I mean, unless you're anticipating being down and trailing with limited time on the clock, but in a tie game situation, you just play straight up defense.
You did listen to our talks, huh?
I did. You coached me well. Learned a lot of valuable lessons in the locker room listening to you, Toby.
Here's McAfee with it, with 1.5 to play. McAfee, spin dribble, now drives a lane. He's going to be picked up and guarded by Mahar. They want to drive him at least into a double team, as McAfee trying to get him in the air. Nice job by Mahar to not bite on that pump fake. Far too many defenders have, and McAfee's made him pay.
He has a great pump fake.
This is Dinev for the Ponies. Down the lane, the runner, no good. Rebound is saved right into Beckham 8. His shot, no good. If they get a third opportunity, they do, as it comes out to Sickler. Again, tied at 55.
Washington Academy, the intensity's still there, and they foul.
Wanamaker, it's the 4th, so no shooting situation yet. That's the last one, though. As Wanamaker called for the foul, his 3rd.
It's interesting to see how physical they're playing here with 50 seconds on the clock in a tie game.
Ponies set up their out-of-bounds play. Beckham Aid inbounds for Foxcroft. See if they set a screen. McAfee floats to the corner. As Aid trying to get it in, as he gets it in to Sickler. Sickler kicks it out to Aid, down to 49 seconds, and pulls it back out. Screen set for him by Stevens. McAfee spins in the lane. 5-second violation on Foxcroft Academy.
I didn't see it right there. I'm lost on what the call was.
Yeah.
I don't know if the defender was in the.
You're saying it's a 5-second closely guarded, but I don't know.
Didn't cross my mind to think that he had a count on.
So coming in here, Aid checks out, Landon Smith checks in, so they go in offense for defense substitution. As the ball goes into Falkingham's hands with 40 seconds. We'll see what the Raiders dial up if they come over to Coach Crossman. He's got it over on the left side, on the right side. Falkingham guarded by Dinev. Falkingham hands off Wanamaker. They're going to let him drive and pull it back up top. Now Falkingham down to 23 seconds. Wanamaker with 20. They don't want to go too soon. And now a timeout call by Coach Justin Crossman. Smart move there. You call the timeout, and you set it up what you want to do. You probably want to go to the hoop with about 6-7 seconds left and then have a chance at least for a tip.
Right, you want to finish this basketball game with the ball in your hands if it comes down to that. So great job by their head coach right there in this situation. They got what they needed. They chewed the clock down to where they'd like to have a play set up, 15 seconds, and now coach has the ability to find a play in his playbook to go to with 15 seconds on the clock. Will it be at the three-point line? Will it be attacking the basket? We'll find out here.
Game reset, 15 seconds to go here in this one. Foxcroft 55, Washington Academy 55. Any foul now on either team, and we shoot 2 shots. As Foxcroft's committed 5, WA's committed 4, so the next one will be their 5th. Foul trouble situation, Lennon McAfee with 4 for the Ponies, 4 for Hunter Stevens. Nothing major for Washington Academy in foul trouble. So if you're Washington Academy, as Logan, you just mentioned it, you want to finish the ball, finish the game with the ball in your hands, whether you go to overtime or win the game.
And both teams have to be careful with the fouls. I was on the call for that Herman girls game, and the game came down to free throws because of late game fouling in situations you couldn't foul. So So, if you're the Ponies, hands up defense. You have a lot of guys in foul trouble. Can't have Lennon foul out no matter what. And, you can't allow them to get a basket no matter what. So, comes down to this.
Raiders will have the ball along the near sideline. Down below us is Mahar to inbound. Been a great game here this afternoon. Back and forth action. Will we get overtime? Well, we'll find out, or we'll see who wins this one as it comes in to Watermarker with 12 seconds. Again, any foul now, and we shoot 2 shots. It's Watermarker. Down to 7 seconds. They give it to their guy. Here's Falkingham. Falkingham spins, kicks it back out to Watermarker. He's going to float it up. Shot no good, and we'll go to overtime. So Falkingham never got a great look, and they got it off to Watermarker, and he never got a great look.
And Falkingham was on that left elbow right there. You saw him spin, turn, use that pivot. I thought he was going to try to get down to the corner, back to his spot for that fadeaway, but Ponies have jumped on that a couple times here in the second half.
So we go to overtime here. Tied at 55 as the Foxcroft Ponies and the Washington Academy Raiders will play 4 extra minutes here this afternoon. I don't know if Mark knows this, but it's overtime, so that means he owes us more money.
That's a good one.
So after they'll talk, coaches will talk it over here. They'll get the word from the officials. They get an extra timeout in overtime, and they'll put 4 minutes up on the clock. Everything carries over, so fouls all carry over. Team fouls carry over, so again, it's going to be a 2-shot shooting situation for both of these clubs as we head to the overtime frame, tied at 55. Foxcroft and Washington Academy. It was 46-44 after regulation. The scoring has slowed up a bit here, Logan, in the second half. It was 36-32 at the half, so the second half was in favor of Washington Academy, but just at, 23 to 19. So.
Yeah, and that's just been the story of the game. The intensity has picked up as the game has moved along, and that's what we've seen, defensive intensity. And also got to give credit to both head coaches coming out of halftime, the adjustments they've made on the defensive side of the basketball court. So that's really been a proven factor for both teams, their defense.
28 points for Lennon McAfee in the regulation. Falkingham with 22 points in regulation. Missed a couple free throws down the stretch. Raiders missed a couple foul shots that obviously could have given them the win here today, but they'll have to try to earn it in overtime now. 55-55, Foxcroft and Washington Academy.
And I'll tell you what, Lennon's known for having the quietest 28, 30-point games ever.
Yeah.
And it speaks to his unselfishness that we've talked about.
We'll have another tip as Hunter Stevens jumping center and Parker Cates jumping center for their respective clubs. Nobody is fouled out of this one. Lennon McAfee with 4, Hunter Stevens with 4. So we'll see if that factors into play. But 4 minutes to go as the opening tip of overtime is controlled by Washington Academy. So the Raiders will have it with Watermarker. Gives it off to Cates.
Need to attack Lennon if you're the Washington Academy Raiders. He's got 4 fouls.
Exactly. We get a whistle and a player control foul on the Raiders. An illegal screen set by Rosa. That's his 4th. Yeah, you're right. If you're WA, you attack the players with 4. Attack Stevens, attack McAfee, make them commit and have to do something.
And how many times will you see Lennon McAfee with 4 fouls in overtime? So this is something that the Raiders need to take advantage of. But we'll see if they look to attack, because I think if you're Charles Beal, you got Lennon matched up on a guy that maybe might not have the same offensive production.
Right. Sickler for Foxcroft. Gives it off to Ivo Dinev. Both teams had runs in that second half. WA had a 5-point lead early on in the fourth quarter. Ponies got back and actually had a couple-point lead, and then WA came back. Here's McAfee. McAfee gives it off to Sickler. Sickler, free throw line, aid out to Dinev. Dinev open for 3, around the rim and off, no good. Stevens, the rebound, the putback goes.
His biggest rebound in the game comes up in one of the biggest moments. Hunter Stevens.
11 points now, and the Ponies take the lead by 2. Here's Rosa in the lane, ball loose. Aid can't hang on to it, picked up by Cates. Cates now, pass inside is maybe a little bit too unselfish for Falkingham, and he throws it away.
He did. He had a lane to the basket, passed it up though.
So it's turned back over to Foxcroft Academy.
Foxcroft Academy bench was on their feet for that. They love the intensity right now from the defense.
Aid off to Sickler. Sickler brings it back up top. Aid tries 3, yes.
That's what he's known for. He's tall. He won't give you that many rebounds, but he'll shoot the three and make it.
5-0 run here in overtime. Ponies lead it by 5, 60-55. Here's Wanamaker. WA needs a hoop on this possession. Knocked away, and it goes out of bounds because the momentum is completely swung in favor of the team in white.
Completely. And you're talking about overtime. This isn't 8 minutes and a quarter. This is 4 minutes. So if you're on the wrong end of a momentum swing, you don't have much time to get that back.
Hunter Stevens and Beckham Aid check out. Comes in the corner, Falkingham. Falkingham to the free throw line for the Raiders. Runs it down the lane. The kick up now to Wanamaker, and a 3-second violation on Washington Academy.
Rosa's been on the wrong end of a lot of calls here in the fourth quarter.
And he had a great first 3 quarters of play, too.
He has, too, yep.
Got a little foul trouble, but he's still Rosa with 12 points in this one.
He's been one of the most physical players for him in this game.
60-55, Foxcroft in overtime. Here's McAfee. Ponies with Aid, down to 1:56 to go in the extra frame. Again, next foul, and the Ponies shoot 2 shots. Here's Sickler, and there's a foul.
That's a good foul if you're Washington Academy. It has to start now. You're down 5. That's at least 2 possessions. As we got a baby on the court on the left side. Who's going to control that?
Yeah, someone's kid's walking out on the floor. So
that's the 6th man right there.
Well, they didn't fall, so I guess that's good.
He was in perfect position for a transition stop right there.
Sickler at the free throw line to shoot 2. As the first free throw off the back rim, no good. One more here for Sickler.
Now all of a sudden free throws have become important. I don't know if either teams have shot many free throws in this game.
Foxcroft hasn't. Actually, that may be their... No. Stevens had them. It's only the 2nd free throw the Ponies have taken.
Wow.
Or now the 3rd. So he's 1 of 2 at the line. WA shot quite a few more.
That has to be their lowest amount of free throws in the season.
61-55. Ponies with a 6-0 run here in the extra frame.
That's Lennon McAfee's 5th foul, I think.
If it is, on McAfee. Now, if you look at it this way, he hasn't scored in overtime, so they haven't needed him necessarily for points in overtime, but he's going to foul out.
Yeah, he hasn't scored any points in this overtime, but if you think about the mentality
of course
for the other team, and now hope is there for the Raiders.
So sub coming in is Aid will check in. So McAfee checks out. 28 points for him in this one, and that will be the end of the ball game for him. But you're right, it's going to be a mindset now for WA. See what they can do. As the first free throw is good. As Falkingham with the make. He's got 23 points.
It starts with that, making the freebies, and you got the guy you want shooting free throws here.
Trailing it by 5, 61-56. Sickler with 1 point, Aid with 3, and Stevens with 2 here in the overtime frame. Second shot, front rim, no good. So 1 of 2 from the line. Rebound comes down, Ivo Dinev.
Without Lennon on the court, I think you start fouling now.
You might exactly right want to do that. Here's Dinev, and put the Ponies in maybe some situations they haven't been in. Dinev picks up the dribble, gives it off to Aid. Aid double-teamed, steps through, and a timeout called by Foxcroft Academy. So the Ponies take the timeout. With 1:22 to go in the extra frame. Timeout, Foxcroft Academy. Looks like Miles Llewellyn's going to check in for Foxcroft. At this point, if you're Coach Beal, with McAfee not on the bench, you want to know who are your best foul shooters and make sure that, because normally your best foul shooters, maybe your best ball handlers too, get them on the floor.
That's a great point. Miles Llewellyn must be a really good free throw shooter for the Ponies for him to check in this game, in this situation, knowing that WA, all they can do in this situation is foul. So you're exactly right with that.
So the Ponies take the timeout with 1:22 to go. And a reminder coming up in our postgame show, we'll award our Hometown Nutrition postgame player of the game. Stop in at 2402 U.S. Route 2 in Herman to get your teas, shakes, and more from Hometown Nutrition, proud sponsor of the player of the game here on Eastern Maine Sports. So it's been a ball game here this afternoon. We still have one more to go. We'll have the girls' game coming up at about 4:30 or so. That'll be here on Eastern Maine Sports. I'll be joined with Logan Martin as well. Logan will have a good one here, the girls game this afternoon. Pony girls have had a great season so far.
They have, and it'll be an interesting matchup, see if they can continue the momentum they've had. Sometimes the games you're supposed to win are the hardest to win.
They exactly are. Out of the timeout, Aid inbound, gets it into Sickler. Sickler up along the sideline. Any foul now, Ponies shoot 2 shots. Here's Aid. If I'm Foxcroft, I am not shooting the basketball.
You got a foul if you're Washington Academy. I don't know what they're doing letting all this time tick down.
Dinev, they try to get him from behind. Inside to Stevens. That's the only shot you're going to take. As the shot no good, and he'll head to the free throw line.
And that's exactly why you foul.
Yeah, you don't want to allow a layup.
Right. I mean, that could have been an easy 2, but yeah. I mean, you just let 30-something seconds tick off the clock there, but still a 5-point game, still 2 possessions. So it's still the story of it.
Stevens at the free throw line. He's 1 for 1 today. He's had 11 points, 2 of them coming here in overtime. As his first free throw on the way is good. He'll get one more. Landon Smith in. Ponies shaking it up. Llewellyn checking out. Owen White getting set to check in. It's offense for defense stuff now. Stevens has 4 fouls. They may pull him out on this defensive play. As his second shot, that one's good. Yeah, Stevens comes out, White in.
Desperation time for Washington Academy.
Yeah, they need a basket right now. It's up to a 7-point game, so it's a 3-possession ball game right now. They may not have 3 possessions left here in overtime. Wanamaker throws it up top, knocked away by Sickler. Sickler dribbles it out for the Ponies. Didn't have a good look, so he gets rid of it, and a reach-in foul. That goes on Folkingham. And Sickler to the free throw line for 2 shots. Ponies have owned this overtime. .52 seconds to play. As the first free throw for Sickler, around and in. Used every portion of the rim.
Sickler helped him out right there.
He hadn't scored until overtime. He's got 2 free throws here in overtime, but he does a lot of stuff leading the team on the offensive end.
A lot of great passes.
Second one, front rim, no good. Folkingham with the rebound. Team trails it by 8. They don't have a lot of time to waste. Folkingham swings it along the near side. Wanamaker.
You got to get a shot up.
We get a whistle, traveling violation. So it's turned over. Aid and Stevens back in for Foxcroft. Smith and White will check out. We'll see if Foxcroft is able to get the ball to front court if they just back off, because at some point you got to say, hey, we're down 8. This is tough. Dinev into the front court now for the Ponies. Off to Ugbaro. Now to Aid. Sickler's got it for the Ponies. That's exactly what WA is doing. They're going to call it off here now. Leading by 8, down inside to Dinev. Now to Stevens. He'll lay it up and in. Stevens with a lay-in, and they're going to outscore Washington Academy 11-1 in overtime. And the Ponies will come away with an impressive overtime victory, 66-56 over the Washington Academy Raiders. We'll take a timeout, come back with our player of the game after this on Eastern Maine Sports.
Sweatshirts, jackets, hats, baby clothes, and much more. Get your Eastern Maine Sports merch at www.bonfire.com/store/eastern-maine-sports or at easternmainsports.com. Wide selection of items available, with more being added frequently.
Are you looking for the perfect house? Well, look no further than Next Home Experience Realtor, Jamie Gilbert. Jamie covers the greater Bangor area all the way up to Greenville. She offers superior personal service before, during, and after your transaction. So if you are in the greater Bangor area and you see Luke the next home dog on a lawn, Make sure to call Next Home Experience Realtor Jamie Gilbert. Give her a call at 207-343-1215 and get started on finding your dream home today.
Explosions broke in the sky. All that I needed was the one thing I couldn't find. And you
Hey, back at Foxcroft Academy on our post-game show. The Ponies come away with an overtime win, 66-56 over the Washington Academy Raiders. We'll talk to a couple Pony players here on our post-game show.
Yep.
Isaiah Ugbaro, you had a chance. We're going to talk to you first. You had a chance to come off the bench here.
Yep.
You provided some huge minutes here tonight for Foxcroft.
Yep.
Tell me how it feels.
Oh, it feels so great. Playing a big game like this is what people dream about. I love it.
Talk about the season so far. I know you've filled a really good role for the Ponies, providing a bunch of rebounding punch. We don't expect you to score some points, but man, you felt it inside today, huh?
Yep, those guys were really aggressive, but you have to box out and push them out to get all the boards because Lucas was not here, so I had to fill that role.
You had 4 points tonight here for Foxcroft, provided a really valuable role. So with Lucas out, what was the mindset coming into this one with Lucas not playing?
It's to box out, get as much rebound and fill his role in defense, like stop it, like the first quarter, like stopping number one, get Shoei aggressive, bringing spark in the team. That's my job.
So I think you did that job and you did it well here this afternoon. What's this win mean? What's this win mean to you guys today?
It meant everything. This is like a big game, more points to the Bangor tournament. We're now going up. Hopefully we can win all of it.
I mean, a senior this year for Foxcroft and the first opportunity to play. You having fun right now?
I'm having so much fun. Being here is so great.
Awesome. Well, Isaiah Ugbaro joining us here in the postgame show. Great job today, okay?
Yep. Thank you so much.
Good luck next week when you get back at it on Wednesday night against John Babst, all right?
Thank you so much.
I'll take the headset from you, Isaiah. Just a moment, we're going to talk to Lennon McAfee, who's going to jump in here as the Ponies come away with a 66-56 win over the Washington Academy Raiders. Lennon, I'll have you take that and just got it right there. Slide that off your ear so you can hear me, I think. Can you hear me okay? Slide that off, okay?
Yep.
Let's talk about the game here, Lennon. 28 points in this one. They don't always come easy, though, do they?
No. I mean, I knew they run a 2-3 zone, an extended 2-3 zone, and we worked on that at practice, just being able to break that. And that had to mean just sometimes dribbling into it and just attacking the gaps, and that seemed to work.
Let's talk about the game plan coming into this one. Lucas not playing. You and he have been a real, kind of a double-headed monster this year. Points, rebounds, and everything. Did you feel a little more pressure on you today that maybe had to show up a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, we know Washington Academy is heavy on bigs, and we were also heavy on bigs, and that's what I think helped us stay in this game. But not having Lucas was a huge hit. I mean, he bails us out on a lot of rebounds, and just his athleticism and his defensive prowess just makes him so valuable. So we definitely knew what we were getting ourselves into, not having him this game. We just had to hold on until he comes back.
Talk about late in the fourth quarter. You guys had the lead, then all of a sudden WA comes all the way back, have a 5-point lead. What was the talk like in the huddle? Right, was Coach Beals trying to calm you down and get you guys going?
Yeah, just calming us down and wanting it more. I mean, Coach White, before the overtime started, before Coach Beal was saying anything, he was just telling us we need to want it more, mentally and physically, and that's just letting everything else out, not worrying about anything ahead, just playing these last 4 minutes with everything we got.
How big of a win is this one today for you guys?
Huge. I mean, I think they're a top 6 seed, and so obviously a lot of heel points, but knowing that we were able to do it without Lucas, just kind of, I think that brings everybody's morale up. Like, obviously Isaiah had played a great game. People stepped up, and I think that was just huge for us.
And that might be the thing around this one is you get Lucas back, and now you got some guys that have seen some other minutes. It might make it better overall, right?
Yeah, just more experience for younger players or like just less experienced players in big games. I mean, once it comes to the cross, I mean, every minute's needs to be like an experienced minute. So just being able to build that now, facing some adversity, was just we couldn't ask for anything better.
And you fouled out in overtime. Didn't have to play the last 3 minutes. Huh?
Yeah, that wasn't a great foul, but I knew my team was going to be able to hold on. So.
Hey, 28 points today. Congratulations. Another big win for you and your ponies. You're our hometown nutrition player of the game.
All right, thank you.
Hey, all right, Lennon McAfee, 28 points, 28 big ones for the Foxcroft Academy ponies. They win at 66 to 56 in overtime. So that's going to wrap up coverage of game number 1. Don't forget game number 2 comes your way at about 4:30's time with Washington Academy and Foxcroft girls. For everybody involved in this one, my broadcast partner Logan